Hey, welcome back. So today we're going to modify the player just a little bit. Again, a question from one of my students was how to kind of like add a boost. Now, this isn't a boost from a pickup. This is just going to be a boost that you have all the time. Um, and I'm also going to modify the speed controls kind of on the player a little bit as well, and show you how to take off motion blur out of the game if that was something you wanted to take out. All of that kind of because of the player type of thing. So anyway, if you're just joining me for the first time, you don't have a player done yet, or you're wondering what some of the other parts of this game are, you can go ahead and check out Putting on the Fritz 3D visualization right here, and get caught up on what we're doing here in this game. I have a bunch of other stuff on there as well, some 3D modeling in Maya and some other game stuff inside of Unreal Engine. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what I'm talking about. All right, so again, I'm going to pull up my demonstration over here, and I'm going to go ahead and go back to my, it's at my default, so I'm going to hit play. And over here on the left-hand side, I still have that print screen set up, and you can see I've changed my my dampening from 0.2 to, or 0.1 rather, to 0.5 to kind of slow it down just a little bit more for more control. And as I move forward again, now it's obviously when it adds it together, it's 5.5. We had to make some changes through the programming for that. But when I hold down the shift button, and you can see it goes to -2. And then I move forward, and now I can move at a much faster speed, and it's much harder to control. But there you go. And kind of the same thing back the other direction. Bounce off the walls because it's really hard to control. All right, more of a speed boost thing than actually for playing the entire game, but who knows? Maybe someone wants to do it that way. All right, so let's go ahead and get that set up real quick. It's actually just a couple really simple little things. All right, so let's go to our content. We're going to go to our blueprints, right, into pawns, and then pull up our player. And all I'm really doing is first things first, let's go ahead and adjust our dampening. So right here, our dampening variable, which is set at 0.1, I'm going to change that to 0.5 to give me a little bit more control. I'm also going to go down here to my minimum once we get everything set up and make those changes. Actually, I'm going to do that right now before I forget. Since I'm talking about it, let's just go ahead and do it. So right here for my minimum, we're going to change that from 0.1 to 0.5. Okay, I don't want it to be below 0.5 for my normal time. And then I'm going to go ahead and change my max to 5.5. Okay, and this only occurs when I hit the stop button and let go of the stop button. All right. So, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and compile this. We're going to file, save all, and then we're going to go up to edit. We're going to open up our project settings, and what we want to do is go down to our input down here under engine input, and what we need to do is we need to add in this accelerate. Okay, and what that's going to look like is up here under action mappings, we're going to add another one because we want this to be a button function, so a push down and let go. And we're going to call this accelerate, or maybe how about boost so we can find it. So we're going to call this boost. All right. And what I'm going to use for the boost is the shift key. Okay. So I'm going to hit the keyboard here, and I'm going to select the shift button, my left shift button. And that's it. That's all we need to do. So we're going to go ahead and close that out. Close that. Now back in our player, so in our blueprint for our player, we're going to right click, and I'm going to type in boost. Okay, and it should come up as our action event boost. Okay, now whenever we press the button, something's going to happen, and when we release, something should happen. Okay, so let's go ahead, and what we're actually going to do is we're just going to set our dampening, because our dampening is sort of what keeps our ball from going too fast. Now remember, we initially set up our dampening because if we accelerated and we kept applying torque, the ball would start to go so fast that it would just bust right out of the game. So that's why we added dampening. But what we're going to do is we're going to dial back the dampening just a little bit so that it gives us the ability to go a little faster. So up here when we press it, we're going to, actually we don't need to pull off there, because what we need to do is we just need to pull up dampening right here. Okay, we're going to pull up dampening, we're going to set dampening. Okay, when we press it, we're going to set our dampening, and we're going to set the dampening, I put it at negative 0.2. Okay, negative 0.2. There we go. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. And then when we release it, we want to set it back. So we're going to go ahead and, I don't know why I keep doing that. We're going to go ahead and pull out dampening again. We're going to set dampening. We're going to connect it here, and we're going to set our dampening back to our default of 0.5. Okay. Highlight this. We're going to comment it, and we're just going to call this boost. All right. So now let's go ahead and one other thing I'm going to do just to make sure that it's working again is to pull out from down here where we're setting all of our dampening at, because we're going to pull off of this one down here in a second. We're going to pull out from here where it says set linear dampening, and I'm going to put in our print string again. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and grab this and connect it up in here, and it's going to automatically convert for us. I'm going to compile it, save it. I'm going to jump back over to my game. I'm going to hit play, and I'm going to hit escape real quick because that's not what I want it to do. I'm going to go to my default player start location right there. Yours is probably set there already if you didn't change it earlier. All right, so now on my left-hand side, you can see that it's going to 0.5, and when I roll forward and hit the stop button, it goes to 5.5, just like it's supposed to. Now, if I hold down the shift button, it goes to negative 0.2, and I can go a lot faster than I did before. All right. Okay, and then when I release it, it sets everything back to 0.5. My ball slows down, and then I can stop. All right, so one more thing I wanted to address real quick, and that's back in our project settings again. Okay, so go to project settings, and this is totally optional for you, but you can type in, actually I think we can just type in blur. Okay, and we get this thing called motion blur, and I'm going to uncheck motion blur, and that's going to get rid of that kind of blurring as the ball goes faster and faster. I'm not sure that it's necessary in this game. At least I'm not really a big fan of the way it looks in the game. But maybe you are. Maybe you like it. So you can leave it in there. So if I hold down Shift and W again, go as fast as I can. I don't get that motion blur. It does kind of make the ball look a little unrealistic, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. But it's not bad. I'm okay with it. All right. So again, that's optional to you. That's how you turn off motion blur if it's something that you're that's bugging you. If you don't like the way that looks. If you like it, leave it. No big deal. All right. The other thing we're going to do is, now that we know that it's working, we're going to go ahead and select the print string and the little node here. We're going to delete that. All right. Let's not try to delete the actual comments. Let's try that again. There we go. Delete those. We don't need them. Okay. So that's it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful. We did a couple things and got that taken care of for our player. If you like what you saw, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Putting on the Fritz 3D Visualization. Make any comments down below. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll help you out, and I'll see you next time.